My next guest says the president is right not to use the term radical Islam. Arash Ari Aramesh is a national security and foreign policy analyst. Many, Arash, in the security space right now are saying that not calling radical jihadism for what it is just plain wrong. You disagree. Why?
First of all, Hillary Clinton came out and said that this is an act of radical Islamism, and that was right. Second of all, if you want to build a coalition, if you need members of the community,
so now you're saying it is okay?
the Muslim
I just want to clarify something, Arash. Is it okay then to say it? Because before you thought it was not okay to say it, but she did.
If you let me finish my point, I'll let you know. Second, if you really need to build a coalition and get help from members of that community, you can't alienate them. Dr. Carson said something very interesting. He said that it's okay to be offensive. He knows a thing or two about being offensive. He's the guy who compared gay marriage to bestiality. He's the guy
All right, but
who
wait a second. You still didn't answer the question,
who,
Arash, about whether or not radical Islam is an okay term to use, because you apparently, as of yesterday, thought it wasn't, but now it is okay now that your candidate, Hillary Clinton, is using it.
To say to ban all Muslim immigration or immigration from troubled parts of the world, that's wrong. To say this was an act of radical extremist Islam, there's no problem with that. Let me say one more thing.
Okay, because by the way, Arash, that's new.
If you want to follow Trump,
let me emphasize that that's new, because the president still won't actually use those words.
And the president is being a statesman. The president has the obligation and the duty to unite all of us, to alienate a large group of Americans, Muslim Americans, whom we need in this fight against radicalism and against terror would be a mistake. And to try to follow the prescription of Mr. Trump to ban immigration from certain parts of the world, let me tell you something. Four-star General John Abizaid, his grandparents came from Lebanon.
I mean, Arash, I'm sorry, but they're not coming from Ireland, right?
Let me jump in. From Syria.
Yeah, but we're dealing with a very specific reality right now, which is that a threat is coming from a certain part of the world, and people that, like it or not, are of a certain religious persuasion. I mean, how do you ignore that? That seems like it's kind of the elephant in the room.
How would you distinguish between Muslims who don't identify with the religion? How would you distinguish between an Arab Christian and an Arab Muslim? How would you distinguish between the parents of John Abizaid?
Maybe you just need a little bit more vigilance, right? In terms of, okay, we're gonna screen people. Maybe you're going to screen people a little bit more carefully before they come into this country.
Trish, who has the expertise?
One would hope our intelligence community has the expertise, Arash.
Well, if anyone is familiar with the visa and the immigration process, you know that you don't have a CIA clandestine service officer doing the interviews, first of all.
Well, I mean, maybe we need to think about a lot of things. There's a lot of stuff on the table. The visa waiver program, for example.
Go to any ER, go to any hospital, go to Stanford, Yale, Harvard, and your alma mater, Columbia, and you will see how many Muslims and how many immigrants from Arab, Persian, and other communities are there.
Okay.
They flourish.
I'm going to give you
Silicon
points
Valley
for doing your research
Boston.
on me. Thank you so much.
And what we need is stricter gun laws in this country. You shouldn't be able to buy an assault rifle and massacre a number of innocent people.
Not as the FBI's investigated you twice for terror. I'd agree with you on that. Thank you, Arash.
And the NRA has blocked these stricter gun laws.
Arash, good to have you here. I got to run.